How to build an emergency fund that makes you unstoppable. Picture this, you lose your job and in that very same week, your roof springs a leak. Now you're in this perfect storm of financial chaos, one that would ruin most people and cause them to spiral into debt. But what if it didn't have to? What if you could face that exact disaster, not with panic, but with the calm confidence knowing you have the cash to handle it without even breaking a sweat? That's not a fantasy. That's the power of having a fully funded emergency fund. And hi, if you haven't seen my channel yet, my name is Sophia. I'm your financial freedom coach on my way to becoming a licensed financial advisor. So stick around because in this video, I am giving you the 5-step blueprint to build a cash reserve that will make you financially unstoppable. We're not talking about complicated theories here. This is a straightforward, actionable plan that will become the foundation for your entire financial life. And this isn't about restriction, it's about buying your freedom from worry. By the end of this video, you will have a clear roadmap to build a safety net that lets you handle anything life throws at you, turning chaos into a mere inconvenience. So let's start with step 1, the why. Redefining emergency. Before we build anything, we need a strong foundation, and that foundation is understanding why emergency funds is the most important first step in personal finance. An emergency fund is cash set aside for life's unplanned and unfun expenses. Think of it as your own personal insurance against life's nasty surprises. This is not money for a vacation, a new phone, or holiday shopping. Those are costs you can predict and budget for. This money is for true emergencies, like a job loss, a medical bill, or a car repair that just can't wait. Without this fund, a financial shock can send you off course for months or even years. So many people are forced onto the hamster wheel of high interest credit cards or personal loan, and it's incredibly difficult to escape. An emergency fund is your exit ramp from that cycle. It gives you security and an unbelievable sense of peace of mind. Knowing you have a buffer lets you make decisions from a point of strength and not desperation. Building this fund is the first step into creating healthy financial habits, and it protects you from making a long-term terrible decision, like cashing out your retirement savings for a short-term problem. Step 2 is the how much, calculating your unstoppable number. So how much do you really need? The classic rule of thumb from financial advisors is having 3 to 6 months worth of essential living expenses, whatever it would take for you to cover non-negotiables if your income suddenly vanished. So let's find your number, and it is so simple. List all of your essential monthly expenses. This includes your rent or mortgage, any utilities, car payments, car insurance, gas, your phone bill, and groceries. Be brutally honest with yourself in this process. And don't forget about things that you pay for quarterly or annually, like property taxes. Just divide those by 12 to find a monthly figure. So if your monthly essentials add up to around $3,000, you will need somewhere from $9,000 to $18,000 in your emergency fund. Now that number can feel totally overwhelming, and this is where most people quit. So forget that big number for a second. Your first goal is not 6 months of expenses. That's ridiculous. Your first goal is the starter emergency, which is $500 to $1,000 saved. And if you feel like that's a stretch, you're not alone. A 2025 study showed that 59% of Canadians cannot even afford a $1,000 expense, which is exactly why hitting that first baby goal of $500 is a massive psychological win. It creates a crucial buffer and momentum you need to keep going. Once you hit that starter goal, you work your way up. Where you fall in the 3 to 6 month expense line totally depends on your life. If you're a dual income household, 3 months of expenses might be enough. But if you're a single income household, or you have a fluctuating income, or you work in an unstable industry, you should definitely aim for 6 months. And for retirees without a consistent paycheck, it's written that you should be saving 18 to 24 months of essential expenses. The key is to build a fund that lets you sleep at night. And I am so excited to be introducing this. In the description, I have linked an emergency fund planner. It's the first steps planner on figuring out your why and how much. I have included a future goals page. This allows you to put your ideas into reality. a savings page which turns the future goals into a money plan, and a monthly budget sheet so you can figure out what is happening and where you want to go with your income you have now. The link is in the description that will lead you to Gumroad, and it is $5 for this emergency planner that can solve hours of financial panic in about 30 minutes. Now to get into step 3, the where. Give your money a proper home. Where you keep this money is just as important as having it. You need balance, safety, and accessibility. You want the money to be accessible for an emergency, but not so easy that you're tempted to take it for a pizza night. This means your daily spending checking account is the absolute worst place to keep it. It's just too easy to spend. The undisputed best place for an emergency fund is a high yield savings account, and in Canada, we have something called a TFSA, a tax-free savings account. These are usually offered by online banks and offer way higher interest than your classic brick and mortar bank. The money is still totally liquid and accessible, meaning you could pull it out at any time without a penalty. And that higher interest rates help you grow your fund and beat inflation. Plus, these accounts are almost always insured up to $250,000 under the CDIC, which means your money is completely safe. A solid choice is to sign up with Wealthsimple, and this is not sponsored. This is my own personal opinion because I love Wealthsimple and its user-friendly software. First, if you have not saved that $1,000 yet, you can open a checking account with Wealthsimple that has a 2.25 interest rate and no fees, so your money will grow without you working. Secondly, if you have the $1,000 saved, you could put the rest of your emergency fund savings into a TFSA. For me personally, when I started to save money, this is exactly what I did. I put my first little baby starter emergency fund into a checking account with higher interest rate, and then the rest of my emergency fund gets pushed into my tax-free savings account. The cool thing too about Wealthsimple is that through a TFSA, you can do the investing yourself or sign up for a managed portfolio. And again, this is not sponsored, but I do have my refer a friend link in the bio, where if you sign up using my link and deposit $1, you will get $25 immediately. Their platform is so easy to use and beginner friendly, so click the link in the description if you want to start growing your money today. Besides all of that, the main goal is to find a separate account from your daily spending that has no fees that can eat up at your savings, might help your money grow, and you can still access it quickly. Now step 4, the how. Automate your unstoppable fund. All right, here's the secret weapon. The single most effective strategy for building your fund is automation. Relying on willpower or remembering to move your money over is a recipe for failure. Life gets busy, other things come up, but the solution? Remove yourself from the decision. Treat your savings like a bill you have to pay. In fact, it is the most important bill you have to pay. You can set up an automation weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, whatever lines up with your paycheck. Even if it's just $25 a paycheck, that adds up quicker than you think. By automating it, you're paying yourself first, and the money is gone before you even have a chance to miss it. This out of sight, out of mind approach is incredibly powerful. You aren't fighting temptation because the money never hit your spending account in the first place. This one habit separates financial amateurs from people who consistently build wealth. If these steps are making sense and you're ready to take back control of your financial life, do me a quick favor and go get the emergency fund planner in the link in the description. It is the complete first steps of figuring out where you want your money to go, and while you're down there, hit subscribe because it helps me help you save more money. And now step 5, the boost. Supercharge your savings. With automation in place, your fund will grow steadily, but if you want to hit that goal faster, you need to play a little bit of offense. And here are 3 ways to supercharge your savings. First, attack financial windfalls. Anytime you get unexpected money, like a cash gift, a tax refund, or a bonus from work, resist the urge to spend it. Immediately transfer that money, or even just half of that money, into your savings account. Since you weren't counting on that money for your budget anyway, you won't even feel like it's gone. Second, hunt for extra cash in your budget, and honestly, I love doing this with my friends. Go through your bank statements and find the non-essential spending that you can trim. Maybe it's canceling a streaming service you haven't used for a while, or cutting back on takeout for a month. then take the money that you were spending and add it directly to your savings account, and you can automate that too. You can also try negotiating your bills. A quick call to your cable company or insurance broker can lower your monthly rate and free up cash. I actually just did this with my phone bill, taking it from $90 to $60, and now I get to save an extra $30 a month. And the third way to supercharge your savings is to increase your income with the specific goal of funding this account. This could mean freelancing, grabbing a part-time job for a couple months, or finally selling all of those items cluttering up your house. The key is to dedicate 100% of your profits from this side hustle to your emergency fund. This creates a powerful link in your brain between the work you're doing and financial security, and it'll get you to your goal in a fraction of time. So that's the blueprint. Step 1, know your why. This fund is to help you prevent debt and stress. Step 2, calculate your 3 to 6 months of expenses, but start with saving the $1,000 goal. Step 3, open a separate high-yield savings account to keep your money safe and working for you. Step 4, automate everything to make this progress effortless. And step 5, supercharge your emergency fund with extra cash. And one final thought, building this fund is not about restriction, it's about buying your way to freedom. Buying the freedom of not having anxiety with a surprise bill, having the freedom to leave a job you hate, or having the freedom to deal with a crisis with dignity. It is the foundation that allows you to take smart risks and build long-term wealth. You're not just saving money, you're becoming financially unstoppable. And if you want this emergency fund, make sure you hit the link in the bio, because you can go from chaos to mental clarity in 30 minutes just by reorganizing your finances. And if you like this video, make sure to hit subscribe, because it helps me help you save more money. And now that we have a full plan for an emergency fund, go check out my next video of how to stop sabotaging your savings. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.